Yo, what's up, guys? It's Scott, aka Baker Turtle here, bringing you a Pokemon Draft League team preview. Yes, a new draft league, my favorite draft league. Part of the one that I run and part of the one I own is PFL. Yes, the Poke Fighters League, the OG Draft League page. Yes. A quick history lesson. Back in the X and Y meta days, a couple friends and I, Steven, Jay, Joshua, Adam, and I were running PFL back in the gym leader days, and yeah, we decided early on to implement draft leagues, and this is where we found our passion. So yeah, this is season 10 of the PFL Draft League, and this is the Majors League. So after a couple seasons, we were able to get enough players to separate into majors and minors. We wanted to give those people who, don't really, aren't try hard and aren't really on the top of the echelon of the skilled battlers. So we still wanted to give them a chance to have fun and not get destroyed every week by the tryhards. So I brought up the idea of having a minors league. So for those who, aren't as skilled, can battle those who are in the same, skill level as them, so they can have at least a chance at winning and stuff. So anyways, so the majors league is earned by merit. You have to do well in the minors league, top 4 to make it into the Majors League the next season. And yeah, so this is season 10 of the Majors Leagues, and I'm going to be going over my draft team. We did the draft the other day. Really excited about my team, but before we get into it, I just want to talk about the rules for the draft real quick. We are doing national decks league with megas, no Z moves, and no G Max. So I feel like this was the meta that everybody all wanted. When Z moves came out, a lot of people were complaining about how broken that was, and you switch in your counter, and then bop, you get destroyed by a Z move, and there goes your counter to the one Pokemon that destroys your whole team. And then they came out with G Max against Max. We were able to mitigate that a little bit. I had some that were banned. Some leagues are starting to tier them. Some had weird rules like can't have an item on there. So people were trying to balance G-Max, but I'm like, fuck G-Max altogether. Fuck Z-Moves. Let's bring Megas back and the National Dex back, and it's hype as fuck. So yeah, so 11, back to the old drafting rules. 11 Pokemon, one tier 1, one tier 2, 2 tier 3s, 1 tier 4, 1 tier 5, 1 mega, and then 400 points to spend for the extra 4 Pokemon that you have. And yeah, so the draft order was based on how well you did the previous season. So we have the minors champion moving up, going to first overall. That's the prize. You get the first overall pick, and then second pick was supposed to be the majors champion, but I think it's Ling. Ling won it last season, and so he's taking a break this season. Jeremy is also out. He was up there, but so we decided to give it to the next best record, which is Adam. So anyways, I'm not going to get into the whole draft order, but I was near the end. I think I was like pick 13, something like that. So close to the wheel pick. Not too bad. The middle is where it's the worst. But anyways, I've been rambling on too much. I did want to get into the little bit of history of PFL and the rules for this draft season. So without any further ado, let's get into my team. Boom. So first overall pick, I have the, well, not overall, but first round pick for me is Rillaboom. Yes, Grassy Surge is legal now, so I got the Grassy Surge Rillaboom. As you can see, it's got some very useful moves for Draft League. U-turn for the momentum knockoff to get rid of items, scarfs, leftovers, rocky helmets, berries, whatever you need to knock those items off is very important. Taunt is very important for those bulky ass Pokemon. Chansey's back, Blissey is back. Fuck those fat mons. Taunt is about to get rid of that thing. And the new move, Grassy Slide. So in Grassy Surge, in Grassy Terrain, it is priority. And yeah, not to even mention all the other coverage moves it gets. Acrobatics, Body Press, Bulk Up. Bulk Up's going to be huge. Darkest Lariat, great to ignore bulk up, opposing Pokemon trying to bulk up. Drain Punch to get that recovery. Its signature move, Drum Beating, to lower the speed. Earthquake, Fake Out, Leech Seed, Superpower, Swords Dance. So very, very useful move set. And with these stats, that speed, base 85 is really good. That HP is really, really good. And that defense and attack, really good Pokemon. First overall pick. I really wanted to use this. And it's actually a tier 2 Pokemon. So I wanted to save my tier 1s till later. But I was like, second round, I was like, it's still there. I got to take it. Hawlucha. So, as most of you already know, Hawlucha has the Unburden ability, and once it gets that going, it's pretty hard to stop. It's definitely one of those Pokemon that when you see it on your opponent's team, you have to prep for it. Make sure you have something in the back to handle that, because this can come out and sweep your whole team. So, I've got the Grassy Seed here. I have the Grassy Terrain coming up, so if this enters the field, I can get that Grassy Seed item popped off, get that boost in the defense, and then the boost in the speed because of Unburden, and then start going away, start destroying teams. It gets Swords Dance, as you guys should know, but as you can see on the movesets, it's got Sky Attack, Close Combat, Iron Head for those fairy coverage, Throat Chop for the psychic coverage, and yeah, so Sky Attack, instead of having Grassy Seed, I might 1 week put like Power Herb for that. So I don't need Grassy Seed to get the Unburden. It does get Acrobatics for the Unburden as well. Let's see, Brave Bird, of course, but not going to be releasing that. Acrobatics is the way to go. It does get Defog, so it could be useful. Probably won't use it on this offensive Pokemon, but yeah, it gets Fire Punch for like those Corviknights. High Jump Kick, but I don't want to rely on Miss. It does get Close Combat, so that's better. Like I said, Iron Head, Poison Jab for those fairies. Rock Slide, that's key with Stone Edge. Substitute and Swords Dance. Tailwind, Taunt as well. Thunder Punch, and U-Turn Zen Headbutt. So a lot of good coverage, very strong physically. Can boost its attack and get the ability really quick. One interesting moveset is that it can run Limber, so it doesn't get paralyzed. So if you are anticipating your opponent to try to Thunder Wave you, like Prankster Thunder Wave or whatnot, you can have Limber with a Scarf Hawlucha set. I've actually seen that put in work. So yeah, Unburden is not the only way to go. Next up, I have Heliolisk here with that base 109 speed, 109 special attack. Very good speed tier. Very good Pokemon. Pretty high special defense. I've actually was able to counter and wall a Manaphy with this. Dry Skin makes it immune to water types. That's very, very good. It's a water switch in. And yeah, and as you can see, the moves, it has a U-turn. Very useful. You get the momentum as well. Surf. So it has really good coverage. That's got the water surf for those ground types, for stuff like that. Focus Blast for dark types, for normal types. Grass Knot for those Gastrodons or those Seismitoads, or the Rhydons, things that are going to be coming in, ground types that are trying to come in. Yeah, let's go through the movesets real quick. Dark Pulse is great coverage. Discharge if you're trying to get the para. Dragon Tail, probably won't use that. Yeah, and also forgot to mention that because this is National Dex, we do have Hidden Power the move back and pursuit. So hidden power and pursuit are back. So this can run HP ice for those flying ground types. Does get stab, hyper voice, very good, very good. Signal beam is back. Thunderbolt, of course. Volt switch, toxic U-turn, weather ball. And one move I do want to talk about is or is it parabolic charge. So that's one of my favorite moves on this Pokemon. Base 65 special attacking move, but it recovers 50%. So it's basically like a Giga Drain. So this is what helped me wall at Manaphy, switch it in, got Assault Vest, and as you guys can see, it's a very high special defense, so it can wall on special defensive side, parabolic charge, get the recovery, and yeah, so very good Pokemon. Next up, one of my favorite Pokemon, Bay, Comfy, back home. This is one of my favorite Pokemon all time. Some of you may know why. Some of you just know that it's a meme. But yeah, Comfy is boss. So look at that. So speed tier. Base 100 just off the bat. Like, I don't even need to invest. That's a very high speed tier. Gonna be outspeeding a lot of walls naturally. And if I do want to run speed anyways, it's gonna be outspeeding a lot of those. So very high special defense as well. High defense, high special attack, low HP. That's the only downside of it, is the HP part. But, you know, we can mitigate that a little bit. The trick to this Pokemon is the Tri-Edge ability. So healing moves have a priority increased by 3. So it's going to be outspeeding things like Extreme Speed, I believe. Just normal priorities like Bullet Punch, Mach Punch, things like that. So Tri-Edge actually outspeeds those priority moves. And so moves like Giga Drain, Draining Kiss, Synthesis, you know, things like that are going to be going first. So the real beast set that everyone should be worried about is the Calm Mind physically defensive set. If you are physically defensive and you get a couple of Calm Minds off, this thing is very hard to hit in one hit. And with priority Draining Kiss, it's going to be doing a lot of damage and recovering health at the same time. It does get Heal Bell, so it's a very good cleric as well. So if you do try to Toxic this to wear it down, it's not going to work. It does get both Aromatherapy and Heal Bell. Very good. Defog, as you can see, another hazard remover. Very important in Draft League. It does also get U-turn down here. Like I said, Leech Seed. What else? Store Power, that's new. I don't know if I'll mess around with that or not. It doesn't really need it. Draining Kiss is pretty much all it needs. Draining Kiss and like HP Fire, HP Ground, things like that. It does get Trick. Taunt is very good. Taunt if you know, if something wants to taunt me back, or you know, a Chansey or a Blissey is trying to wall me, or a Porygon 2, then I can taunt it and then start setting up. Like I said, U-turns, very good. So yeah, Comfy is Bay. It's my favorite fairy type. Very good. And to synergize very well with Comfy and Rillaboom, I have Mega Aggron. So Mega Aggron is a Steel type with Filter, so super effective moves are not going to be doing that much. That insane defense. The only downside I'm upset about is that this is not released yet in the Galarian decks, so it doesn't get body press yet. So with that insane defensive stat, body press would be huge for this, but unfortunately it doesn't have it yet. I believe it will get it once it is released. And but yeah, so it does get Dragon Tail. As you guys can see, Thunder Wave, Rest. Probably the only real way to get this healed up is Rest. But because of how bulky it is, Rest is very good on it. Rest, Sleep Talk is a good set. It does get Stealth Rock, so it can be a hazard setter. Heavy Slam, because it's heavy as fuck. But like I said, Thunder Wave is very useful. Dragon Tail to start, you know, chipping things down for Hawlucha or Comfy or Rillaboom or things like that. Autonomize, so it can boost the speed if I do want to, you know, meme a little bit and, you know, outspeed things. It does get Brick Break, counter, very good. Curse is also very, very, very good. I can do Rest, Sleep Talk, Curse, depending on my opponent's team. Earthquake, of course, fire coverage, fighting coverage, ice coverage, Ice Beam, Power Up Punch, rock coverage, of course, superpower fighting. Like I said, it does have a lot of special attacks. So a very meme-worthy Pokemon like Thunderbolt, Surf, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, things like that. So yeah, very, very good. Sometimes I like to dip down here to the not so useful moves. Like you can see here, Iron Defense, Magnet Rise. Those could be useful. Metal Burst. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. So this really helps with Comfy. It comes in versus Steel and Poison type Pokemon that could hurt Comfy. And with Grassy Terrain, this is going to also be healing up very, very well. Next up, I have Mandibuzz. So I needed a bulky Dark type. This also helps Comfy and Mega Aggron. It can come in on those. And I needed this for a real reliable defogger. Does get knockoff, U-turn, whirlwind. This is one of the best walls in the game. Look at those defenses, that high HP stat, pretty good speed as well. So you're going to be needing to run a lot of speed to outspeed this. But yeah, whirlwind to get rid of those setup Pokemon, defog for the hazards. I can come in with heavy duty boots and get rid of that. U-turn for momentum, knockoff. It does also get foul play, which is very good. Flying coverage, of course, with Brave Bird. It can also Wink Wink Ryan and Rampage. It does get Nasty Plot special. So it does have the ability Weak Armor. So if it gets hit, it can raise the speed by 2. It can actually be a closet setup sweeper with Air Slash, Heat Wave, Nasty Plot, Dark Pulse, things like that. Very, very underrated in that sense. Hard to prep for. Gets the new move Lash Out, which very situational. Probably won't use it. Mostly foul play, knockoff, U-turn. Those kind of attacks. Does get Taunt, which is very good. Taunt, Toxic, U-turn, Whirlwind. Very, very good defensive Pokemon here. So gonna be utilizing that very well. So those were the first 6 Pokemon I drafted. I'm feeling my team's coming along very well, but I do need my bulky water type, and I do need a little bit more offense. I'm sorry, I've rounding out my defense a little bit better, but I want to get a little bit more offense, and here we go. So next up, I have Tentagruel here. So before I picked up Hawlucha, I was thinking of getting Toxapex. Because that works very well with Grassy Terrain. You know, it weakens Earthquake, the move, so it's not going to be weak to that as much, and it can heal up with the Grassy Terrain. But I did go with Hawlucha, more offensive, and I was like, you know, there is Tentacruel here, and I do like Tentacruel better. Look at that base speed. Base 100 speed, very, very high, very, very high special defense, base 120 with a high HP, 80. So this is a very good special wall. The only downside to this Pokemon is that it doesn't have Recover. It should get some kind of Recover, but unfortunately it doesn't. But it's a pretty decent special attack as well. So it can be pretty offensive, and with the new buff to Rapid Spin, it will boost the speed. And Tentacruel will basically have a Scarf, and it has a very, very good coverage. So as you can see, it has Haze, Knockoff, Toxic Spikes, so it gives me some hazards with Toxic Spikes, Clear Body, so it won't the speed won't be reduced under Sticky Web, so I can come in and Rapid Spin those Sticky Webs away and not lose my speed. But Haze is very, very important. Knockoff is very important. Toxic Spikes as well. But like I said, very good coverage. Dazzling Gleam, Giga Drain, Hex, Ice Beam, Knockoff, Scald, Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, things like that. So very good coverage. Grass, Ice, Fairy, very, very good. So next up, I have my sleeper Pokemon. So this one I'm very proud to have drafted. I did snipe Donald right before he was about to get it. I'm glad I picked it up when I did. And very underrated Pokemon is Palossand here. So ground ghost type. I did need my ground type, and I did need a ghost type. And with the new move Scorching Sands, that's going to be very cool to use, as well as Terrain Pulse. So with grassy terrain, Terrain Pulse will basically be a very strong grass move. And other terrains is going to be very prominent in the Draft League this season, because a lot of Pokemon are going to be setting up terrain. There are the Tapus. Tapu Koko is around. Tapu Lele is drafted. Indeedee is drafted as well. So, there are going to be definitely some Pokemon putting up different terrains, and I can utilize Terrain Pulse that way. But first off, I do want to go over its stats. Very respectable HP stat, base 85. High defense at 110, high special attack at 100, and also an actually respectable attack stat. And it does have really good coverage. I do want to go over the ability real quick. So if this is hit by a water type move, the defense is raised by 2 stages. So I can actually make this a very specially defensive Pokemon, and not be afraid to get hit by a water type, because it does get Shore Up. So Shore Up here is basically a recover. And so it does have reliable recovery. It does get Stealth Rocks, which I'm very happy about. So this is a steal at tier 5. So Stealth Rocks, reliable recovery, great coverage, good typing. This actually is a complete counter to Terrakion, I believe. I don't think Terrakion can do much to this. Yeah, so as you can see, it does get things like Curse. I can set up with Curse. It does get Destiny Bond, Earth Power, Earthquake, Energy Ball. I guess I might not need her Terrain Pulse, since I do have access to Energy Ball, and Giga Drain as well. Giga Drain, very good. Poltergeist. So Poltergeist, the new move. So this does have a really good physical move set. Psychic, really good coverage for I guess fighting types are not going to be wanting to come in on this, as well as poison types, but Psychic just in case for other things. Not going to need Rock Polish, but like I said, Scorching Sands has a chance to burn. That's very cool. Shadow Ball, main special ghost attacking move. Sludge Bomb does get poison coverage for those grass types. And yeah, so very underrated Pokemon. Very excited to use this. Iron Defense, that's cool to know. Recycle, that's cool to know as well. And yeah, so Shore Up is going to be really good to use. So anyways, I did want my bulky Psychic type Pokemon for those fighting Pokemon, those fighting Psychics like Mega Medicham or Mega Gallade. Just things like that. I know most of them do get dark coverage, like knockoff or whatever, but I mean these are pretty respectable defenses. Base 80 HP with 105 and 105 in both defense and special defense. It is pretty fast at base 80, but Uxie is the better one defensively in my opinion. But Mesprit is a good value pick at tier 4. Uxie is tier 3, so I didn't have enough to get Uxie, but Mesprit is a good second. So again, this gets Stealth Rocks, which is very good. Having that access to another Pokemon that can set hazards, not needing to always rely on Palossand or Mega Aggron. It does get Knockoff, U-Turn for more momentum. I love momentum. And Thunder Wave. So Thunder Wave is good to paralyze those setup mons. Very good moveset. So as you can see, in both attack and special attack, it's base 105. So it can be mixed. It can be physical. It can be special. Who knows? So very good coverage with it gets Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Energy Ball, physical Fire Punch. Does get Grass Knot for those 4 times a week to grass. Healing Wish could be useful for like my Mega Aggron or something. It does get ice coverage of both physical and special. Iron Tail, Power Up Punch, Psychic, Psy Shock, Shadow Ball, Signal Beam. It gets electric coverage, Trick Rooms and Headbutt. A lot of coverage, Charge Beam. So it's going to be very useful to come in. Very situational though, I think, for me, because I'm only going to need this when I need it. Use it when I need it. It's not going to be one of those staples on my team, but it's very, very good though. So if I need the coverage, or if I need the defense to wall things with the bulky Psychic type, I have it. And it does have Levitate, so that's very, very, very useful to have an immunity to ground. Yeah, so next up, I have my Fire type in the Tier 5. I think it's a very good value Pokemon here at Tier 5. Yeah, Magmortar here. Pretty respectable speed at base 83. High special defense at 95. Really high special attack. High attack, respectable. It's mostly a special attacker, but it does have a mixed moveset, so that's really good. A very good Pokemon to run Assault Vest, or Expert Belt, or Scarf, or Specs, or Life Orb. So it can be very versatile, but it's mostly offensive. I don't think it's a defensive Pokemon at all. It does get Flame Body and Vital Spirit, so won't be falling asleep for Vital Spirit, and Flame Body chance to burn. So this does get Teleport, so it does have momentum, but Teleport having a negative priority means it's going to be hit first, most likely, and I don't really like that because it's not very bulky, doesn't have recovery. So yeah, let's see. So with the movesets, it's got Clear Smog, that's good to get rid of boosts. Brick Break is good. Counter, Cross Chop. It does get physical Earthquake. It does get physical attacks like Fire Punch, Flame Charge, so get that speed boost. But Flamethrower and Fire Blast are, the stronger moves, of course. It does get Focus Blast coverage, which is very useful. And Hidden Power Grass, of course, is going to be useful. Hidden Power Ice. It does get Iron Tail on the physical side. Mach Punch for priority. I like having that priority just in case. It's good for those rock types. It's good for for like Tyranitar, if Tyranitar, but I probably will use just like, I don't know, Focus Blast or another like Brick Break or something. But for maybe like, I don't know, Weavile is in and I want to do a Mach Punch and take it out real quick, that's very useful. Opponent should be very mindful of that. It does get Psychic, so that's good coverage. Taunt, I love having Taunt, the option of Taunt. And then Thunderbolt is huge for those water types. Thunderbolt, great coverage with that. It does get Will-O-Wisp and Toxic and Belly Drum, so I can meme with it a little bit. I can have that Belly Drum set, Belly Drum Flame Charge. And yeah, Fire Spin. I can do a little bit of Stolly with it. But what else? Solar Beam, so that could be useful. I can probably do like a Power Herb Solar Beam move with, like, if it's versus, I don't know, like a Gastrodon or something. But I do have the access to Hidden Power Grass, but sometimes you just need that little extra oomph with that Solar Beam. So last but not least, so this is a Pokemon that I kind of based my whole draft around. I thought about it before the draft started, and I was like, this Pokemon always gets undrafted for some reason. It's very, very good. I know it was like super good back in the day in X and Y days when I was first starting off, and for some reason it just fell off. I think with the new meta with Z moves and all that stuff, it dropped off, and now it's not even in the decks yet. But last but not least, I have Dragonite. So I was thinking about Dragonite. I was like, ooh, that new item, Heavy Duty Boots and Multi-Scale go very good together. So I don't have to worry about hazards as much. I do have very good hazard removers, a couple defoggers, a Rapid Spinner. But if I want, I can just run Heavy Duty Boots and that Multi-Scale will stay intact. I can survive a hit, get a Dragon Dance off, and start extreme speeding away. This also does get Defog. It does get Roost, reliable recovery, and as you can see, look at those stats. Very good and great stats. The only downside is the speed, honestly. I was thinking maybe Salamence, but I've used Salamence many times in the past. I like it. It's alright, but it's not Dragonite. It's Dragonite is one of my favorites, and with that base 91 HP and those defenses, it can actually be a defensive Pokemon. It has a lot of resists, and does have reliable recovery with Roost. Multi-scale is useful. Heavy duty boots can be defog. Extreme speed is useful. And let's just go through the movesets real quick. So priority with Aqua Jet. Extreme speed's better, but Aqua Jet could be situational. Doubt it, but it does get Brick Break. So that fighting coverage is useful. Dragon moves as well, for obviously Draco Meteor, Dragon Claw, Dragon Tail. So if I want to make it a defensive Pokemon, I can have Roost, Dragon Tail, Toxic, you know, Extreme Speed, something like that. Does get Facade, so fire coverage, both special and physical. So this can be a special attacker as well. If you look at that special attack base 100, it's not to be trifled with. As you can see, fire coverage. It does get Haze and Heal Bell. So again, another very good defensive Pokemon. Heat Wave, Ice Beam, Ice coverage, Ice Punch, Hurricane, so that stab, special flying coverage. Iron Head for those fairies, which is going to be very, very useful. Power Up Punch if I don't feel like boosting speed. Does get rock coverage with Stone Edge. Superpower, that's better than Brick Break, so that's going to be the main fighting coverage. It does get Surf on the special side, Thunderbolt on the special side as well, but Thunder Punch on the physical side, which is good. Waterfall is good as well. And then let's dip down in here to these not as useful moves. Let's see. Nothing really. I guess Iron Tail can be situational if it's going to OHKO some fairies or whatever. Let's see. Nothing really else down here seems useful. I guess maybe Whirlpool. I don't know, but yeah, it's very, very good Pokemon. I do plan to win some games with this. Dragon Dance up. Got that multi-scale, heavy duty boots, and extreme speed away. I can actually get a couple Dragon Dances off. And yeah, so that finishes my team. I hope you guys really like it. Comment down below in the comment sections, who do you think is going to be the MVP of my team? You've got Dragonite here, you've got Palisand here, Tentacruel is very good. As you can go back here, you got not even to mention my first 6. I got Rillaboom here, very, very underrated good Pokemon here. Hawlucha gonna be beast. Heliolisk, the arch nemesis of Adam. Love Heliolisk. I've used it many, many times in draft leagues. Comfey is bae. I think Comfey's gonna be MVP of my team. Y'all sleep on Comfey. I know a lot of you know the power of Comfey, so you probably won't get fooled by it. But there are still a lot of people who need to learn. You're gonna learn today what Comfey gonna do to your team. So and then Mega Aggron and Mandibuzz, very, very excited to use this team. I have a lot of good speed tiers, good bulk, good mix of physical and special. I got Clerics, I got Momentum, I've got Hazards, Hazard Removal. So I feel very, very good about my team, and I do plan to make playoffs. So I'm actually going to use this video for predictions. I do think Comfey is going to be my MVP. Honestly, a lot of my Pokemon are going to be putting in the work. If we're having 12 games, 12 weeks, I see myself getting at least like 8-9 wins, honestly. Even though this is majors, I feel very good about my team. I've been, dusting off the rust in the draft leagues, and I'm ready for my try-hard season. Yeah, it's going to be very fun. So please leave a like for the video. Comment down below, like I said, who is your MVP? And also predict what do you think my record will be. Do you think I'm going to be making playoffs? Do you think I'll be above 500? let me know in the comments. And subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. I'm actually going to be doing a lot of, well, not a lot, but I'm going to be, you know, improving the quality of my videos a little bit. Going to be branching out to the different types. As you can see, I've already switched up the background here. I got One Piece here. You guys, if you guys haven't already, watch One Piece, please. It is the best story that I know of. But yeah, definitely watch One Piece, play some Pokemon, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, look forward to future videos. So that's gonna conclude the video. And thanks for everybody who stuck around to the video this long. You guys are the true MVPs. And I'll shout you guys out later on. Anyways, peace out, guys. I look forward to having battles. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.